Okay, let's jump into or talk about one of my favorite plugins, and this is GDPress Tools. If you have a site for any amount of time with really any amount of posts, it gets bogged down by a database that is just overworked. Well, what Tools does is it keeps your database optimized. This is huge, from the standpoint of keeping your site optimized. Let's break away for just a moment and talk about another ranking factor, and that is page load speed. If your site is slow, and by slow, we're talking 2, 5, 10 seconds to come up for a visitor. When the search engine bots hit those pages, they say, "What's the deal? Why is this so slow? Why do we want to put a site that's so slow at the top of our search engine rankings?" So the bottom line is that a slow site is a negative ranking factor, and today it's a huge negative ranking factor. So the faster that you can make your site, the better off you are in terms of ranking this. And GDPress Tools keeps your database optimized, which thus does help keep your site moving fast. The next plugin on the list is Google XML Sitemaps. Referring back to what I said earlier, we want one sitemap for visitors, one sitemap for the search engines. This happens to be the sitemap for the search engines. This next tool, or this next plugin, is called Simple CAPTCHA, and this helps prevent comment spam. Okay, let's jump off into another little rant or tangent here, because comment spam is a time killer. Now, one thing that we can't ever get back, ever, once it's gone, and you only have so much of it, and that's time. Well, if you are administering a site and you have to spend 10 minutes cleaning up spam off of your site, that's 10 minutes wasted out of your life that could be used for writing an article or optimizing your site even further, or really spending time with the kids. You could do anything with that time, obviously. Simple CAPTCHA is a time saver in that it helps prevent that comment spam from even occurring in the first place. Next is the WordPress database backup, and this just keeps your site backed up. There's not a lot of explanation that needs to be said about this, other than a story that I would like to share with you. Recently, I was running a promotion on one of my sites, and a couple people came in and decided to start spamming parts of this site. Why people do that's beyond me, and despite the fact that they were doing it, I will tell you how I resolved that, and I did it because of this WordPress database backup. Well, essentially, they destroyed my site, but I didn't lose any sleep over it because I had a backup. All I had to do was move my site, set up another hosting account, restore the backup, which I got from the WordPress database backup, and you know what? Within just a couple of hours, my site was back up and running, and it was on a much faster, more secure host, and those crazy people couldn't bother me anymore. So it's a wonderful plugin. Don't be fooled in its simplicity because it is just a database backup, but whenever the time comes that you need to restore a database, you will think that this is the biggest thing since sliced bread, so it's pretty cool. And the next one that I want to talk about is WP Super Cache. This speeds up your site considerably. Remember just a moment ago we talked about ranking factors and how page load speed was a major ranking factor occurring today. Well, WP Super Cache is a plugin that will create static HTML pages based on people searching your site. So, the way that WordPress works right now, if somebody visits your site and they visit a post, well, the post has to be pulled out of a database, which is resource intensive, and anything that's resource intensive slows your page load down. Well, WP Super Cache says, hey, somebody's visited this post before, so I bet another person's going to visit it again. Maybe what I'll do is I'll create a snapshot of this post and create a really fast loading page that will allow this post to load the next time somebody visits it. Now, of course, if that post changes or that page changes, WP Super Cache will take a new snapshot of the updated post or page, and we'll serve that. So this is a huge plugin to use, absolutely essential in your arsenal of WordPress plugins. But let me tell you, I have saved the best for last, and I've saved the plugin to talk about now, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this, and this is the Stealth Traffic System plugin.